The back of the chute, you hear a loud yee yee after the judges turn in a score and your points are 90. And sometimes you just might hear them say, "Hey cowboy, keep your feet on the ground," when your horse gets just a little too high. But your friends, you know, they can look over those times and they can just let them ride on by. And I've heard them say that God only knows. But why that cold January night just 1 year ago, Tonymike traded his hat for a halo. Why he did that, my friends, we may never know. We've all heard them say that this cowboy way of life is just destined to fade away. But Cleveland, Missouri, I'm here to tell you that tonight it is here to stay. Because tonight there's almost 200 cowboys and cowgirls here to showcase high-stakes rodeo action and to remember our cowboy friend. They say that today is a new day, and they say that it's a new generation. In Lone Wolf Arena, sometimes you might wonder just what it takes. What does it take to be a superstar? What does it take to live the cowboy way of life? Well, I'll tell you here tonight that, you see, it all begins with a dream. You've got to have a dream. You've got to have a vision, and it's got to live inside your heart. You've got to believe that God created you for what you're going to see tonight. And there's a lot of kids in America today that may dream of being other things. For you, it may be football, basketball, or maybe it was to be a movie star. And I'll tell you what, if that's your dream, that's okay. But there's a lot of other things that can bring you riches, fortune, and fame. But when you've dreamed of being a cowboy, and that's all you've ever dreamed of being, then it starts right here tonight. And tonight I'd like you to come with me for a little bit and take a walk down memory lane. It all began on a March day in 1981 when a little cowboy was born. A new cowboy with nothing but his fame to claim. And as you see here, ladies and gentlemen, just like this little 1-year-old cowgirl, Mackenzie Lynn Grote, it's the beginning. It's the next generation with a dream, born to be a superstar, but they can't do it alone. Someone's got to train them. Someone has to show them the way. They say it takes two to tango. You need a partner, someone to help weather life's storms, to dance in the rain and to know that you're never alone. Tonight, these cowboys and cowgirls' dance partner might be their faithful horse, a straight running calf, maybe a trusty rope. For some, it's a wild Brahma bull or a bucking horse ballet. For you, it might be a husband or a wife. It's your brother or a sister, or maybe it's a loyal friend. You can't be a superstar alone. While some champions are made, other champions are simply born. Now I want you to take, for instance, the next little guy that you see right here. This is Wyatt Bowers. This is Tonymike's 4-year-old nephew. Now Wyatt said, that I want to be just like Uncle T. And while each and every one of you get to help this young man fulfill his dream of being a cowboy a little bit later on tonight in our mutton busting, but just like the little cowgirl we seen a minute ago, Wyatt needs a mentor, someone to show him the ropes, to teach him to try his very best, to be strong, yet kind to others, because that's how the cowboy code goes, and that's how the old cowboy way survives. Well, nothing's any harder than a father's hand, full of pride and education, and yet kind and loving. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Zach Bowers. He's the father to Wyatt here tonight. And not only to celebrate the time with his brother, but to help the next generation of Bowers to become as great as his brother was. But remember, he cannot do it alone. He needs a partner. And every cowboy, well, he needs a horse. Like this little horse right here, this is 420, born just 5 months ago, bred to buck. Dreams of award-winning rides. And you see, we need him too. These two young ones in our arena right now are in no way different than any other new generation of youngster in America today. They need guidance. good leaders, and help along the way. And although we're all individuals, this little horse is no different than Wyatt. He needs a teacher too. And just like all cowboys, this future champion bucking horse needs someone to share his dreams with as well. This, my friends, is M01, Painted Wagon. He's the father to this little colt that you see. Painted Wagon, he's led many cowboys to the pay window, including the 2013 Missouri Rodeo Cowboys Association Finals. He's a superstar in the saddlebronc riding, and he can buck in the bareback pin as well. But tonight he's here to help show his son down the rodeo trail. But remember, he cannot do it alone. He needs a partner. Like this lady. This is F20 Wildcard. You see, she too is a finals bucking horse, one that the cowboys all love. She's a great dance partner, and for those entered in the bareback riding, but that's not the greatest thing she's done. She's the mother to little 420. Now the one thing I didn't tell you a minute ago is when this little colt was born, it didn't come easy. She had crooked legs and awkward movements, lots of disabilities and hardships. But this mare, she nurtured her along. Said, follow my steps and I will show you the way. Because when the hand of a father might see too much, they also need the love of a mother's touch. You see, this is Wyatt's mother and brother that you're watching right now. This is Reva Zumwalt.